1, go.
Starting off match 50 on field number 2, we've got a little bit of a messy autonomous so far. It looks like a little bit of collision from 7244 and Robo Lobos, which does mean, unfortunately, this is the problem with autonomous. If you mess up a little bit, you mess up the whole thing. It's all pre-programmed. So 7244 might have messed up Robo Lobos' autonomous, but they've also messed up their own with that slow lift here. And it looks like, of course, on the other side, 7244 successfully scoring one of their cones despite that. Very impressive.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
As we start our driver control period here, all robots getting their act together, immediately moving around, going for some of those cones, getting ready to score. Looks like we're going for a little bit of a slower match than we've had in some previous ones, but that's no problem. They're going to get those scoring out there, as you can see with 10-0-7-3-8. SBS Bears successfully landing one of those cones on the upper junction. 7244 landing a cone on an upper junction as well. You'll notice that, of course, these robots are focusing on the upper junctions because each cone on an upper junction, besides conveying ownership for 3 points at the end of the game, also is 5 points per cone scored on the upper junction. Now, that's not to say, as you can see here, with Robo Lobos scoring in a lower junction, because even though that lower junction is only worth about 3 points, if you can control that junction at the end of the game, that is another 3 points. So it does mean that even though you want to focus for maximum points, the most amount of cones you can get on those upper junctions, it is still worthwhile claiming those middle and lower junctions for those extra ownership points at the end of the game. Of course, the problem is when you do it this early, that leaves it open for the other teams to swoop in there and claim it for themselves. And that's one of the reasons why this game is so strategic, so competitive, because there's a lot of opportunities for claiming, a lot of opportunities for using your cones wisely. These teams only have a few cones left, and you can see here 7244 claiming that upper junction for themselves immediately after being reclaimed by the Red Alliance with SBS Bears. And it's really, this game is all about using these cones as effectively as possible. With 5 seconds as you're entering the end game here, these beacons are going to start entering the field, allowing for these robots to claim and capture these junctions for themselves permanently. Looks like we've got one red beacon getting ready to be deployed by SBS Bears onto an upper junction, successfully claiming that for themselves and locking it in. Out of the box with their classic box-shaped beacon, scoring a upper junction for themselves as well, and their Alliance partner shortly following up scoring an upper junction. And it looks like the Red Alliance is in here scoring a upper junction, but can they keep it with only 1 second left in the game? It doesn't look like they can. 7244 claiming that. And that's the end of the game here. A very even-looking match. Well, maybe not. We'll have to see, because there's still some final scoring with beacons being on caps here. Right now, it looks like the live scoring is a lead for the Red Alliance, but that can very quickly change.